Y'all know what time it is. Say it with me. It's Judgment Day. Let me know in the comments if you knew I was gonna say that. Anyways, Elegg, Boom, and Shock's kit is here. Dorothy's a fantastic character, so we're going to see if Elegg is a good character or, you know, if she's gonna even be worth it compared to Dorothy. Hey, let's get into it. Subscribe and like, let's see. All right, let's see, Elegg. The music is, it's giving me, y'all remember that Cow Wars I did where that one person had that clown music? I don't know why, but this is kind of giving me the same vibe. I don't know. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like she's shitting. Look, it looks like she's shitting. It's okay. Procs are fire though. 13? She can collect up to 13 ghosts? Cause I remember she can do something like that. Oh, boom, that's fire. Oh, no, whoa, YouTube. And now she's at 4 ghosts, 5 ghosts. Okay, that's okay. I mean, if we get demonetized for that, it is what it is, bro. Let's go ahead and take a look at her kit now. Oh, okay. So Elegg has 2 pages. Dorothy didn't have 2 pages. No way we're winning again. Now this is crazy because the last limited characters we got were also both water, right? I guess I forgot that. Maiden and Guillotine were also both, no, Maiden wasn't. Guillotine was a water character. But let's take a look and see. Attacker, Machine Gun, Verse 3 water character. Okay, so her first skill is called Hello Ghost. Activates when entering battle, affects 1 random enemy. Possession lasts for 6 seconds. Ability, find and capture ghosts possessing the enemy. Require hit count 10. Okay, I'm gonna say she's good for bosses, right? Because if it's going to affect 1 enemy and you have to find to capture the ghost, then it says the requirement is to hit that enemy that the ghost is possessing 100 times in total. Cumulative, I don't know that word, I'm sorry. Cumulative across all allies. Oh, accumulated across all allies. Okay, that's fire. So if a ghost is on an enemy, it doesn't matter if it's her or for somebody else on the team, as long as that enemy's been like, you know what I mean? So that's proper, I guess. That's proper, I guess. Effect captures 1 ghost when the requirement hit count reaches 100%. A maximum of 13 ghosts can be captured. Okay. Recurring intervals 6 seconds. So every 6 seconds a ghost is gonna appear. Okay, that's proper. Affects all water code allies. Effects differs based on the numbers of ghosts. Previous effect triggered repeatedly. Oh, so you get all this regardless. Okay. Only activates when there's at least 1 ghost. Attack percent increased by 16.2% of the casted attack continuously. Oh my god. Okay. Only activates when there are 4 or more than 4 ghosts. Damage a strong element increased by 35% continuously. Yo, Dorothy's a water character, y'all. Oh my god. What's the next one? Oh, that's it. So if you have 4 ghosts, then she's going to permanently be given all water code allies a attack buff. She's an attacker, by the way. An attack buff of 16% of her attack, not like final, but of her attack. And then strong element increased by 35% is crazy. I just want to see something before we continue. So look, she had 13 ghosts here, right? After her burst skill, that went straight down to 4. So she's guaranteed going to have this up once you get all 13 ghosts, realistically. I mean, that's what it's looking like. Oh my god, that's already good. That's a really good first skill. I'm not gonna sit there and say that's a must-have, but that could be very helpful, especially in a non-interception. right? And I'm not being funny, but you know, water, their anomaly interception is quite, you know, it's a bit iffy. So having a character like this is very, very good, I feel like. Anyways, her second skill is called Ghostbuster. Activates when using burst skill, effect self, attack increased by 40% for 10 seconds, which I feel like is really good because she's a DPS at the end of the day. So we're gonna give her that. It's only when you're using her burst skill though, not like during a full burst. So it is what it is. Anyways, activates when a ghost is captured while at maximum ghost capacity, affects all enemies, deals 1,100 of final attack as damage. So once she's fully collected all 13 ghosts, then she's just gonna deal a free 1,100% of final attack as damage to all enemies. So that's the ultimate, y'all. Like, that's literally an ultimate on her skill 2. Yo, I'm not being funny, but she already is looking very, very good for a boss. Anomaly interception, especially. She's looking very good for that. Any future solo raid, she's looking like a very, very decent character for that. Any union raid, she's looking like a very, very, very good character for that. What the hell? Anyway, let's take a look at her burst skill, which is called 13 Ghosts. Affects random enemy units if the number of ghosts is not 13. It deals 800% of final attack as damage. Attacks sequentially for 6 times. Damn. Number of ghosts decreased by 6. Maintains at least 1 ghost. And then it says if she's fully stacked up, right? So if she has a total of 13 ghosts, she will still deal 800% of final attack as damage, but the attacks are sequential for 13 times. And then number of ghosts gets reduced to 9. I'm not gonna lie, they went 2 for 2. 800 of final attack as damage, attack sequentially for 13 times means that it's gonna deal 800% of final attack. It says it's gonna deal 800% of final attack as damage, and it's gonna do that 13 times if she is fully stacked up. Not to mention, this character is already giving damage, a strong element, and like a crazy attack buff because she's an attacker, I'm gonna say. Not to mention, when you use her burst skill, she is getting a crazy attack buff. 40% is pretty good. For someone who's getting their own personal buff, 40% is very good. Not to mention, she deals 1,100% when she's fully stacked up. And then when she's fully stacked up, like, I can't lie to y'all, you're definitely gonna want her as the second burst 3 though. Like, that's what it is, because you're 100% gonna want her to be fully stacked up, and there's no way you're gonna be able to do that if she's the first burst 1, right? So you're probably going to want her as the second burst 3, but it's crazy because Elegg and Dorothy can go on the same team. Hold on, I just want to pull up Pride Wound real quick. All right, we're on Pride Wound, right? These are all the water characters in the game, right? And if we're taking a look at the water DPSs, Helm is a water DPS. Ludmilla is a water DPS that also could be very helpful for this, like, this new water meta nonsense, right? Dorothy, obviously, both of them, they're water DPSs. Quincy, Phantom, water DPSs. Viper is a DPS to an extent, I feel like. Guillotine is very helpful for the water. I feel like water just got like the biggest buff of their life. I genuinely feel like water just got the craziest buff of their life. Because now having access to someone like Ludmilla, having access to Guillotine to an extent, and having access to favorite item Helm, plus what Elegg and plus what Dorothy can provide to the water team for anomaly interception, or just any bosses where water is type advantage, I feel like that's crazy. I think a 35% damage as strong element continuous if there's 4 or more ghosts is crazy, because if this character is the second, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, when it came to her gameplay, right? Let me mute this. When it came to her gameplay, she was at 13 stacks, which means she had to have been the second burst 3 on the team, right? There's no way she was the first one, because if she was the first one and still got to 13, that's even better. But there's minions here or whatever. So she had to have been the second burst 3 on the team. And then when she used her burst skill, she got to 4. Which means the moment she's fully stacked up, you're guaranteed going to have this affects all water code ally effect the entire game, which is just diabolical to me. realistically, what she's doing is good. User burst skill 40% attack buff, deals 1,100 of final attack when all ghosts are captured. And then she loses, like, you know, the number of ghosts, and then does 800 of final attack as damage, and then does that sequentially for either 6 or 13 times. It's just crazy to me. So honestly, obviously, this is now this is the $1 million question, and I feel like I'm gonna have to make a video about this, right? Because there's so many characters coming up, right? We obviously know in September we have all those other characters rerunning, right? And then we also know that Sokka and Rosanna are rerunning this time, and then we also have now Elegg and Dorothy. So I think I might have to make a video that's gonna come out later today to let you guys know what to do when it comes to summoning, because I need to think about this one, right? Because on one hand you have Dorothy, who's a godlike character, but it's like, if you didn't already have the shotgun team built, there's no point in summoning. I don't want to say there's no point in summoning her, because she's still very godlike. Because like, if I have Elegg and Dorothy now, I don't need necessarily to have Dorothy with the shotgun team. You know what I mean? Because Elegg could also help her out. It's probably not going to be as good as the shotgun team, but it's still a different type of comp that will work just fine. So it's a bit hard to say, but so far they went 2 for 2. I feel like both of these characters are good. I feel like Dorothy is godlike, obviously, and I feel like Elegg is like some way. I feel like Elegg is kind of giving me the vibe of Summer Anise. Like, Summer Anise is so good for the electric comp. Just any electric DPS, like Summer Anise is that character. I feel like Elegg is like the Summer Anise for water, and that screams like must have to me. But let me make a should you summon video. Let me sit down and think about it for a bit, and then I'll let you guys know. All right? But for now, it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. This one is crazy. Let's get it.